तो कई लोग कहते हैं कि इसने ना कश्मीरी पंडितों की पेन को कमर्शलाइज कर दिया। तो मैं कहता हूँ भैया कमर्शलाइज कौन करेगा? जो 30 करोड़ कमा के 30 लाख के लिए फिल्म बनाता है, ऐसे गधे हैं। लेकिन मैं जो आपसे कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि आप गधे हैं। This is a very, very special film. This film talks about events that happened before all of you were born. 50 years back, 4 lakh Kashmiri Pandits were thrown out of their homeland, and my mother was one of them. And I am technically a refugee in my own country because I am from Kashmir. And of course, the film opened to great reviews everywhere. It opened in LA where people called it Gone with the Wind from India. I'm sure you may not know that film, but I presume you would have heard of a man called James Cameron who directed Titanic and Avatar. He called this film a masterpiece, not once, but in a huge 4-page agenda. And then we come to India, the film releases to full houses and great reviews. And then suddenly there's this whole hate wave that happens. I'm not on Twitter or social media or anywhere. And what became a big surprise for us, that our ranking, which was 8 or 9 in IMDb, dropped to 1. And Abhijat Joshi, who's my co-writer, who's written Munna Bhai and who's written Three Idiots, said, how can this be? And then we found that on this social media, people have now started misusing it by actually putting videos out there saying, oh, this is how you press the button and give it 1. So the reason I'm here to tell you is not for myself. This is your future. I don't want your future to be my past, which was painful. We had to leave. It's a very entertaining film. You will hopefully love it, like your principal has and many others have. But the important thing for young minds now is they have a clear choice. Like your principal said, you have a clear choice between Samvad and Vivad. In Hindi we say that. And in simple English, it is love or hate. It's harmony or discord. So if you guys see the film, which I request you to see, and if you like it, if you don't, I fully understand, but if you like it, say it on your social media. I think you need to understand that it is you. You are the future of this country, not me. I'm 67 years old. I don't think I will be there for another 30 years or 40 years, but you will all be there. And I definitely don't want you to go through what my mother went through, what I went through. I mean, let me tell you, I mean, it's now that I'm talking of young students, when I was a young student in the Film Institute, I had no money to go there. I became a National Scholar of India, fortunately. I topped my university in Kashmir, and I got $250 from the government of India. With that, I went to the institute. And the fees was some 150 or so. Every morning, every kid had breakfast. I didn't. That is how I started. And I used to have one banana. But I have all my life not made a single compromise, whether it is Three Idiots, whether it is Munna Bhai, whether it is Shikara. In every film, I try and give you guys a message. I was so happy when you reminded me of that film, because in Munna Bhai MBBS, I talked of Jadoo Ki Jappi. Then a critical message I gave to young people in Three Idiots, where I said, you know, chase excellence, success will follow. And I am happy to say that many lives changed with that film. And if you haven't seen Three Idiots, you must see. How many have seen Three Idiots? Good. See how it changes your life in a way. It tells you, if there's a great line in that film which happened to me. My father said, when I told him I wanted to make film, so he slapped me. We were poor in Kashmir. He said, "Tu bhukha mar jayega Bombay." So then, in the film, there's a line where Madhavan tells, the father tells him, don't do this, don't become a photographer. And karoge to sari umar apne aap ko koso. And he says, I'd rather कि मैं अपने आप को कोसूं instead of you. I don't want to, koso my father but me. If you remember that moment. And all of them became, Rancho was a bit of me because I failed in the Film Institute. It's only when I got nominated for an Oscar that they had to give me the certificate. So, same way in Shikara, we have a very important. And the important message is todo nahi jodo. And like all is well, like, so why todo nahi jodo? Because we are at a stage in our life here now where it's becoming a norm to jodo nahi todo. Everything is breaking. The systems are breaking. The city is breaking. So why I want you guys to see this film, and I'm here to urge you, because you people will have to spread the message of it's our future. Like young kids are fighting about climate change, as you must know, I hope, because this is your city after 30 years, after 40 years. So please see the film. If you like it, go on social media, fix that rubbish, whatever. And if you don't, it's okay. But it's important for you to see for the simple reason that the message of Todo Nahi Jodo has to come from you guys. And the film was done with great problem. Let me show you a little bit. Can we show them the Amira Khan sequence? I just want to show you a bit of the sequence of how we shot the film under great stress with the great threats. Can we do that now? Then we can talk about it. The reason I showed this one to you is all of you will have obstacles in what you want to do. All of you will have problems. There will be problems like this where there will be a direct threat on your life, or there will be simpler problems, and all of you will have problems in whatever you wish to do. I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to say two things. Number one, like 3 Idiots, never ever waver from your dream. I'm standing in front of you. I'm son of a family that was refugees. I had no money when I grew up. And here I am, so happy, so successful at having done so many films. Because this was my dream. And I just blindly followed it. When I was going to shoot in Amira Kadal, I was told if you go there, you may not come back. But not only me, the whole crew went and we shot the film. So never ever let anything come between you and your dream. As your teacher says, your principal says, can you tell me, is that a promise? Will you do that please for me? Will you clap and say, yes, we will follow our dream? Thank you. And these two kids that I'm going to give the mic to, when you see the film, you will know how brilliant they are.
Yes.
I have found a lot of talent, as you know, from many people, many directors, Sanjay Bhansali, actors, Vidyavan, many to many. These are two of the best talents that I've spotted, and your principal will vouch for that. And they also followed their dreams. This girl is from a village called Bhagarwa in Kashmir. She was studying electric engineering in Jammu. She has never acted in her life, not even in a school play. And you see what she has done. And the guy, again, never acted, nothing, zero. 2.5 years they trained, and they've done absolutely.
सर पहली चीज सर 3 Idiots के बाद पैसे कितने कमाए सर?
बहुत सारे सर। तो लेकिन मैं आपको एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ कि 3 Idiots का फर्स्ट डे का ओपनिंग था 33 करोड़। और हमको पता था कि जब हम शिकारा बनाएंगे तो हमारा फर्स्ट डे ओपनिंग 30 लाख होगा, लेकिन इसके बावजूद हमने 11 साल लगा के फिल्म। So whatever you do, whenever you do it, for all of you, the moment money starts guiding you, you don't remain who you must. मैं आपको एक इंटरेस्टिंग बात बताता हूँ। अभिजात जोशी जिसने 3 Idiots लिखी थी, मुझे फोन करता है अहमदाबाद से कि सर पिक्चर चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा। चेक। तो अहमदाबाद से मुझे फोन करता है अभिजात जोशी कि सर पिक्चर तो हिट हो गई। मैंने कहा, कहता सर कितनी बड़ी हिट हुई? मैंने बहुत बड़ी हुई। कहता सर वो मैंने प्यार किया से ज्यादा। कहता वो दूसरी कौन सी थी चोपड़ा की जो कहता उससे भी ज्यादा, वो दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे। हाँ उससे भी ज्यादा। तो लॉन्ग पॉज द गुज्जू टू and then say कि सर लिखते टाइम तो सोचा ही नहीं था। तो मैंने उसको कहा अगर तू सोचता ना तो हम ये लिख नहीं पाते।
क्या बात है।
तो आपको मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि और आज का जमाना देखिए कितना फनी है कि मैं वो फिल्म बनाता हूँ जो 30 करोड़ पहले दिन करती है। जब मैं 30 लाख की फिल्म बनाता हूँ अपनी माँ की मेमोरी में, तो कई लोग कहते हैं कि इसने ना कश्मीरी पंडितों की पेन को कमर्शलाइज कर दिया। तो मैं कहता हूँ भैया कमर्शलाइज कौन करेगा? जो 30 करोड़ कमा के 30 लाख के लिए फिल्म बनाता है, ऐसे गधे हैं। लेकिन मैं जो आपसे कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि आप गधे नहीं। अभी मैसेज आया, मैं आ रहा था, बहुत अच्छा लगा। उसने मैसेज वाले ने कहा है, पंडित है, 5 साल का था जब ये हुआ, कहता कि इतनी खूबसूरत लव स्टोरी तो मैंने अपनी माँ और फादर की नहीं देखी, बहुत खूबसूरत लव स्टोरी है। लेकिन जो उसने कमाल की बात कही, कहता है कि जो वायलेंस थी उसमें सिर्फ शैडोज थे। जब मैं 5 साल का था तब भी मुझे किसी का चेहरा नजर नहीं आया। तो जब आप ये फिल्म देखेंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि जो 19 जैन की सीक्वेंस है जिसमें पूरी वायलेंस होती है, उसमें मैंने 8 दिन शूट किया, क्योंकि मैं एक भी जो परपेचुएटर ऑफ क्राइम थे, एक भी आदमी का चेहरा आपको नहीं दिखा रहा हूं, सब शैडो है। और उसका कारण है कि जो वायलेंस है, जो हेट्रेड है, वो फेसलेस है, और जो मोहब्बत है, जो हार्मनी है, सिर्फ उसी का चेहरा है।
Sir, I have a question for you on behalf of all the filmmaking students here in the audience. There are a lot of filmmakers in the audience who are sitting here, and I want to ask you this question: what has the journey been like since your first film to now? What has the journey been like?
It's been fabulous. I cannot tell you how happy I am here today with you young people, because you young people are the least corrupt. When I meet older people, most of them are corrupt. And when I have to, and this I must tell you, even now when I feel, am I doing the right thing or the wrong thing, I always seek inspiration from my young self. I say, what would I do then? And so I seek inspiration. मैं आपको जर्नी बताऊं कितनी स्ट्रेंज रही है। मैंने जो फिल्म बनाई थी, मुझे उसका ऑस्कर के लिए मैं नॉमिनेट हुआ था 79 में, तो आप में से कोई शायद पैदा नहीं होगा। तो उसके बाद जो भी मैंने फिल्म बनाई, खामोश बनाई, परिंदा बनाई, परिंदा भी आप देखिए, आपने नहीं देखी, 1942 लव स्टोरी। हर फिल्म में मैं क्लियर था कि मुझे कोई मैसेज बताना। अब मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूँ, आपने 2 मुन्ना भाई देखी, बहुत पैसे कमाए मैंने उनके, तो मैंने तीसरी क्यों नहीं बना लिया, ये 10 साल में चौथी क्यों नहीं बना लिया? ऐसा तो नहीं कि मुझे बहुत पैसों से नफरत है, मजा है, आ जाएंगे पैसे और आ जाएंगे, लेकिन मेरी स्क्रिप्ट अच्छी नहीं है, अभी तक ठीक नहीं हुई, तो मैंने नहीं बनाई। मैंने ये फिल्म बनाई है जो मुझे पता था कि पहले दिन बहुत कम लोग देखने जाते, अब लोग देख रहे हैं। आप मतलब वही हुआ जो पहले दिन जो ट्रेन पंडित थे, उन्होंने कहा था भैया इसका 30 लाख का बिजनेस होगा, पहले दिन हमने 1 करोड़ 20 लाख किया, 4 times what they had for this one. They've already done more than 5 crore, which is नए लोगों के साथ होता नहीं। लेकिन मैं कहना क्या चाह रहा हूँ, क्यों हैप्पी रही है जर्नी? क्योंकि अननोइंगली तो हो गए होंगे कॉम्प्रोमाइज करती हैं, नोइंगली मैंने कभी जिंदगी में कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं। और मैं आपको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप मत कीजिए, क्योंकि जो कॉम्प्रोमाइज फेसेस और लोग होते हैं ना, वो 67 में ऐसे खड़े होकर बात नहीं।
क्या बात है सर, आप 67 के तो लगते नहीं हो सर आप 67 के तो जरा भी नहीं लगते हो
सर। फिर खड़े होने वाले थे सर, थोड़ा सा सेकंड हाउस में सेकंड थॉट किए। तो अब मेरा एक सवाल है और उसके बाद फिर हम ऑडियंस से क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे। मेरा सवाल आप दोनों के लिए है।
Let me also tell you quickly the last question. I am what you call a person who always looks at the bright side. I'm hopeful. I'm ashawadi, as they say in Hindi. Or see, none of you knew anything about these pandits. I'm sure nobody knew. Not only you, people in India didn't know. Can you imagine 4 lakh Indians? Where are you from? Where do you live?
I know a little bit about the history of the...
Now, wherever you live,
yeah.
to imagine that you get up one morning and outside your door, there is a little hit list saying, get out of this house within a month or you'll be shot dead. Okay? You think it's a joke. And suddenly the names on the hit list start getting shot. what do? You hope this is just temporary, you pick up your bags because people are being killed as you saw in this making, you leave thinking you'll be back in a week or two, 1 month. And 30 years later, these kids who were kids and now grown are still in refugee camps. This has happened in our country and nobody knows this. My film has made you aware, at least made the whole country aware of this problem. It is a huge achievement for me that our finance minister, who is from South India, was in the budget speech reciting a Kashmiri poem. I mean, I was shocked because the message is gone. Now, you ask me, will you do this film, will you do that? Let me answer you. I will do what my heart tells me to do. At this time, my heart tells me to take a vacation, so I'm going to take a vacation.
One last question. How did you get to enter the terrain when it was so heavily guarded by the army and all?
With great courage.
Just to add to that, like the Oscars took place recently, and Parasite won Best Movie. It made history. Alright, so cheers to that, cheers to Parasite. The director said a very, very famous, like a very important line which Martin Scorsese had said once, and I think that is the same thing what you are trying to say right now. That the thing which is most personal is the most creative.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, what comes from the heart will actually be shined through. So we're going to take the second question. Okay, the mic is already with you. Please.
Hi sir, I wanted to ask you why did you not take established actors for this movie?
Yes, that's a very good question. If I had done that, let me tell you, I don't think I would be here. Because I'm here to tell you guys to see my film. I wouldn't have to need to do that if there was Amir Khan in my film. You would see it anyway. Yeah. Why did I do that? Why did I subject myself to not having established actors, which would be very easy in terms of marketing the film? The only one reason is that I believe, and it was said very nicely by Shad Kamil, who's written my poems. He said, "अच्छी फिल्म तो बन जाती है, सच्ची फिल्म नहीं बनती." So I paid a huge price to make a सच्ची film. And these guys, these kids have made me so proud. I don't know, now maybe you did see it in the trailer, right? There's a scene when these guys are standing with all those refugees behind. They look like them. You feel that it's real. So the reason it was done, even at the cost of knowing the problems, is because ये सच्ची फिल्म है. अच्छी फिल्म तो है ही है, सच्ची है. अब देखिए जरूर.